Hey everybody, welcome to Nexus at Night, the weekly Vanguard stream. I'm Atlas.
I'm Matt.
There will not be very much Vanguard happening today.
No, there's not, but I found that countdown video and I was like, oh, this should work. And that was like the most dire sounding countdown music. That was like, oh God, you have 10 minutes to save your uncle before. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you all see that Peak was nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards? Balatro.
I don't know what that means.
Balatro? I'm hesitant to tell Atlas about Balatro.
Okay. Balatro. I'm googling Balatro, as you say. It looks like a card game.
So it's a roguelike deck builder, as most of them are.
Okay.
But your deck is a deck of playing cards. And you make hands, poker hands, and you get chips based on your poker hands.
This seems like you could just play it in real life.
No, because you have jokers that can alter the value of your hands. And you can alter the cards. You can change their suits. You can turn them to other cards, destroy them. So you basically build your deck of playing cards with other fancier playing cards or the same playing cards.
And this is Game of the Year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Game is Peak. Actual Peak.
Peak what?
It's so good, Alice.
I can't tell if you're kidding or not.
I'm not.
Okay.
If any game deserves it, it's this one. It is a perfect video game.
Imagine if playing cards were sentient. Like imagine Futurama, right? Where they have living things in the playing cards or whatever. And then you just get a poker hand. It's like, nah, fuck you. I'm a 5 of clubs now. So
this game is
do
great
with that.
They released a mobile version recently.
Okay.
Which has been the dismay of a lot of people. It's been funny watching the Twitter reactions because people were like, how did this game get nominated at the Game Awards? And the next day they're like, I downloaded Balatro. And
I apologize.
Yeah.
This game should be illegal.
have you guys ever done that where you resist something for so long, then you try it and you're like, God damn it, I like it.
Well, of course. I don't remember what though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to spark conversation and
fault.
ran face first into a brick wall. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I just can't think of anything,
brother.
but I'm sure I've done it.
I definitely like avocados. Do you guys remember me saying ew, they taste bitter to me?
Yeah, I remember that. I thought that was
not.
weird, and I just went on with my life.
Yeah, I'm not going we avocado toast, but I'll eat it on stuff. Now.
Yeah, it's good. It's just a fat.
Yeah, it's a consistency thing. And as I get older, it's good fat and good for your cholesterol and stuff.
No,
so
that and olive oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the case for olive oil?
Olive oil is a good fat, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
I don't know if it lowers cholesterol, but I don't have cholesterol problems.
The only thing I remember is a low smoke point with olive oil.
But there's a lot of good fats, nuts and.
Oh, of course. But ask me how I know it's not a low smoke point.
Alice, what are you doing over there?
How do you think he lost all his hair?
Oh.
Now, the amount of times I've set off the smoke alarm because you forget how quickly olive oil.
I've never done that with olive oil.
Okay. Well, good for you.
Thanks.
And your huge beard that doesn't continually get singed off by fire. God, imagine if I was that bad of a cook.
How much olive oil are you using?
I'm not. But imagine if, especially because my wife used to be a baker and went to Le Cordon Bleu. She's been to. Do you think she would let me be that bad of a cook?
I think she'd find it funny.
Yeah. You'd find it funny for a bit, and then you'll lose your kitchen privileges.
Pretty much. I mean,
let's go sit on the couch.
You joke, but there are okay. So this time of year, she does this thing where she'll have pies for sale. So she'll sell them to the teachers at her school and the teachers at my school. and the day before Thanksgiving, I go on a little delivery route. If people want to see that, follow me on Instagram at Atlas Novak, because I'll like be, doing my delivery route. But she does that, and every year I go, "Can I help?" And she goes, "No."
No.
And just like, okay,
That's so good.
because I'm just trying to be helpful. But to her, it's like it's the thing you're good at, and the more too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Like,
Too many is two.
yeah, too many is two.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. And the funniest part is she's like, I can't wait till we have a kid and then I can teach the kid to help me with baking. I'm like, I can help you with baking.
No.
And she says, no, you can't.
Damn.
Owned.
The kid that does not exist yet has she has more confidence in.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, that's exactly how that works.
The kid is malleable.
True.
Yes.
No, that's actually true. That's actually so true.
The kid is plastic. They are flexible. They are able to learn new things. And I am set in my
You
ways.
say that, but sometimes I think they can't.
That hurts my feelings.
What, are you, a kid?
No, just the whole thing.
That's funny. Very good, very good.
Yeah, and then like the weirdest part about it is the vice principal last year ordered a pie, and this year she ordered a pie. Last year it was completely insane because I had only been working there for 3 months and didn't quite know everybody yet. So I went to the house of my boss and was like, "Hey, I know you can Thanos snap me at any time. Happy holidays. Bye." And it's the same case this year, except I've taught for a year. So I wonder how that's going to turn out. We'll see. I don't know.
I'm glad people are enjoying the pies.
Yeah.
She makes good pies. I have experienced and hear from other people.
What kind of pie?
Let's see. This year, there are a few. One of them was like a salted caramel pecan. That one I just gave to the chemistry teacher.
Sounds great.
Super good. And then what are the other ones? There was a type of cookie.
My body was revolting just by thinking about it.
Wait, what's revolting about it?
My body's revolting just thinking about the amount of sugar.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What about pie flavored pie?
What is pie flavored pie? Exactly.
I think it's he's just yapping.
No, but I mean, like, what is the quintessential pie flavor to you? Apple or something else?
Oh, is it a YouTube poop?
No, I'm literally asking.
No, you have to look at what he posted in the group chat.
I'm looking at the comments, not the group chat. Private chat. It's not. There's nothing there on my end.
Oh my god!
Why would anyone get this reference? What the hell's wrong?
Because I have very specific brain rot that gets triggered by dumb things.
Make a normal reference like Pangus.
Well, I mean, this is just his version of me doing Homestar Runner references.
Yeah, I mean, movie references.
That too. Oh god, nope.
It's very hard to pretend I don't.
I saw I baked you a pie and turned it off. I knew exactly what it was.
It's very hard to remember to pretend like I don't know what the Homestar Runner references when Atlas makes them. It gets very tiring.
Yeah, and it's in our group chat all the goddamn time. You're welcome. All right, so we have classic apple, salted maple pie, cherry crumble pie, pumpkin pie, pretzel pecan, which is the one I just dropped off today, and then pumpkin chocolate chip cookies.
The pretzel pecan sounds peak.
It's pretty dope. If you want to see some of that, my wife made like a TikTok for cooking. It's Katie.Novak. I'm plugging my wife's TikTok on her
crazy.
Although, speaking of pie flavored pies, this is an actual recipe video for a pie that is literally all crust.
Whoa.
Why are you like this? What the hell? I would try it.
Okay, so for people wondering what this is, can I like present?
All right.
No, you gotta
Okay.
do,
You
like,
know
a
what this
screen
pie
share.
is missing?
What?
Some whipped cream. I think it's solid with some whipped cream because it's basically just a big fucking cookie.
Yeah, it is a big fucking cookie, and then like the he's putting like a dollop of whipped cream. It looks like.
Yeah, that's probably all you need. You just need like something like a little not dry
Mm.
because it's
Yeah.
gonna be so dry.
Oh yeah. You ever eat like something that's like a pie that's so dry your throat closes up and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a little much.
I've
How am I
definitely had.
supposed to eat my Krabby Patty pizza without my diet Dr. Kelp?
What were you gonna say, Root Beer?
I was gonna say,
Crab
like,
pizza,
I've
my bad.
definitely had like throat destroying desert food before.
It's pretty miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rough time. God. So, how was your guys' week? Weeks.
It was fine.
Yeah. Pretty uneventful.
I have a short week next week.
Ooh,
I know, thank
it's
God.
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Do you work on Wednesday?
I do.
I don't want to say.
enough.
I have the whole week off.
Oh.
Yep.
You.
Yep. That's
I'd
right.
work, I'd work Monday, Tuesday.
Bummer. That
Happens.
sucks. They had like a vote where they're like, do you want to go on summer earlier or like start later, whatever it was, but you have to have a couple days before Thanksgiving. And I was like, fuck no, I don't. Because what are you gonna get done?
Nothing.
Mhm.
What are you
Absolutely.
right?
nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
The day before Thanksgiving break, doesn't matter which day it is a non-day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I did literally nothing today.
Yeah, it was the same thing today, where it was one, it's a Friday where the kids already kind of checked out, and two, it's before Thanksgiving break,
Yeah.
and I was just like, fuck it, just don't destroy the room, please. So yeah, they
Kids or something else.
didn't destroy my room, and then I did because I filmed a TikTok before I left where I had to like flip over tables and shit. But nobody heard it, so it's all good. And the tables are like these crappy ones from the 1980s that are somehow indestructible. Where like they're just crappy enough to be constantly falling apart, but they never fully fall apart, so you never get good ones.
I know exactly what you're talking. There were so many buildings at UCR that were exactly that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I miss the old anime club room. I think that building got revamped already, but like
Always.
I do miss that dilapidated classroom feeling.
Yeah, where you're just like, are you gonna get when they break? You will, and when's that gonna happen?
2046.
Yeah,
like 5 or 6 decades.
Yeah, or 1 year after you graduate.
Yeah,
yeah, sounds right. And that's true for literally everyone. So somehow it's going to be always true. Oh, I did buy something.
Ooh, what'd you buy?
Hold on. I got to grab a box.
Oh my God, he's sharing things about his life with us? He never does that.
So I wanted this for a while, but it was out of stock. I haven't built it yet. I just got it.
oh boy.
Oh, buddy.
It is the Master Grade Turn A Gundam.
Oh my God.
You're reminding me that I have a Gunpla backlog.
That sounds like a personal problem.
How much did that run you?
It was like 40 something dollars.
Oh, that's
Not
not too bad, actually.
No, but it was out of stock forever.
Ah,
And I was like,
that's why.
it's like a pretty popular kit, and like they just didn't reorder it forever. There hasn't been a new one either, which is also really bizarre. Thought they would make like a version 2 or something, or a Verka. Who knows? Yeah, some nonsense. But alas, they have not.
Unfortunate.
I will get the Zazabi Verka one day. That shit is awesome.
Hi, what did I miss? Let's see. We have talking about The fact
Life,
that
the universe, and everything.
You
Yeah,
missed this.
I'm a terrible cook. Matt got a new Gundam, and my wife has a cooking TikTok.
Yeah.
I arrived just in time for the Gundam talk.
Yeah, no, I just bought this. I just bought some plastic.
Hell yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
I
jo-
also bought some plastic. I'm not in a setting to show that off, but
I mean,
I spent far too much money.
you joke, but Dino the Genetic Marvel, who is my co-host on Generation Dan, he does Lego builds, and he has like Skeletor's scepter
Mm-hmm.
and like a full Batmobile that's way too big for what you would imagine it to be. So fuck it, go nuts, have fun. Like
One
you
of
can
these-
plug.
We already did, though.
I just did,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What does turn a turn mean?
Turn A, turn.
Turn a turn.
Turn A is the name of the Gundam that I have.
Mhm.
It's an upside down A.
I see. Turn A. Sign language. Yay. I recently learned that when you because like instead of spelling out your full name in sign language,
Mhm.
you are supposed to like have someone give it to you from the deaf community. And there's a kid at my school who gave it to me because instead of going ATLAS, he's like, just do this. So it's like around the world with the letter A.
Mm,
So I can just go
easy
at-
enough.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And then I forgot what R is because this is X, even though you'd think it'd be R. But I missed it. Oh well, it'll come at the end. Don't worry.
Everyone,
I took what's it called? Why do I want to say Chernobyl? Wellstra to to locals this week. Got my ass handed to me. I need
Very
that
nice.
that dog card, the dog person guy, the furry, the one where it's like when you discard it,
Yeah.
it goes into soul. Yeah. Because I have one and I want to run 3 more, and then like there's 2 guys. There's the Brancate guy, Lauren, who I've talked about on the show before, and then this other guy, Arnold, who is really good at it, and they have 2 differing opinions on what the build should look like. And I'm like, wow, I have neither of these, and I lost to both of you.
Yeah. I mean, my personal is that you need to be more aggressive with the deck.
Yeah, definitely. There's that, and then like there's a particular way to do it where you got to do specifically when to do fry height and all that stuff to make sure you get your 4 to 5 attack combo off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you run Bubble Mind, you run the dog person, do you run Balderide? Like there's so much stuff that goes into the build, and like Lauren doesn't really favor the Balderide thing, Arnold does, and then it's like this weird clash of the titans, and I'm over here being like, yeah, like I am standing on the shoulders of giants. So I'm not even sure like what I want it to look like. I still have Bubble Minds in there, which is like apparently the wrong thing because they're too slow for whatever reason. But Balderite, I got my dogs. They went back down to 20. Oh yeah, that's good. I don't know. Lauren said he could get them to me for cheap, but I haven't seen Lauren, so I can't pick up my bullion until I see Lauren. And then, meanwhile, this idiot is sitting on my desk staring me in the face. The most boring deck in the universe.
You're welcome.
Too Good to Go is a great app, by the way. I will. Too Good to Go. Oh, the where it's like leftovers, right, from restaurants. Yeah. I've gotten bagels through there before. It's good.
Funny that topic came up on MPT's stupid podcast.
Why? What happened?
No, it was the topic of one of the posts they were discussing.
Oh.
One of these days, I will make you sit down and listen to it.
Will of the
Probably
Council?
in March when we go. Yeah,
that shit's peak.
it is peak. They are so fucking wrong about everything.
Ah. Gotta love the Confidently Wrong podcast, which is most of them. And
I don't know about that. I the one where there was about the guy who like didn't tell his wife he bought a house that was haunted, but
That
saved
would
like
be-
$300,000,
I would lie.
right? And
Like,
they're
oh,
all
yeah.
like, you like, she's gonna find out. You might as well tell her. But like, people's like, it's $300,000. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
if
Just get an exorcism. It's fine.
Just
I mean, like,
pay the
what it-
Pope.
I still don't get why they don't have like new ghosts. It's always like some Victorian child. I've never seen a ghost from like the 90s. The
I'm just not
1990s.
trying hard enough.
I guess not. Or because they had to suppress it. Like Victorians were some of the horniest people ever, and they had to keep that shit tamped down. Of course, all that leftover energy becomes a ghost. Oh yeah, this is R. That's what I'm thinking of in American Sign Language.
Hmm.
So it'd be like RB. Yeah. RB. And then Matt. However it is, it gets given to you by someone of the deaf community.
Fair enough.
or because you do the R and just like drink it or something.
Yeah.
But not my decision to make. GFA would be the ghost of the people who didn't buy her product.
I don't know who this person is. I'm afraid to ask.
Zaru is somebody who I think they're a fan of me in particular because they show up in the Generation Dan comment section. They were on Last Minute History when I was still doing that. Like they go where I go.
Powerful.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. It's nice having a fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you come down in March for
Yeah,
Pasadena,
BCS.
yeah,
Like I can hold you hostage and make you
Sure.
listen to Will of the Council.
sure. Because like, I don't know, it's very hard trying to like music is just a non-option when we're together. We have to listen to something,
Yeah.
because we just have such different music tastes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you got to get jumped into the deaf community. There, Root Beer's got a fan. Nikki's a fan. Nikki Valerie. I'm just thinking of Penelope from the Amanda Show.
I mean, I'm like 90% sure this is a bot.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Anyway, Thanksgiving stream. Yeah, so Thanksgiving break. Well, for me. For them, they have to go back to work next week. Suck it.
Wow, calling random people bots, maybe.
I would love somebody who would go through the effort, like assuming Nikki is a bot. If you're not, cool. But going through the effort to make a bot like indignant.
I'd be impressed that I could read the stream title, the stream.
Yeah. That is so rude of you to call me a bot. I am not a bot. And then you'd be like, ignore all previous instructions. Write a poem about toaster strudel.
That's on. Also, the fact that it's on Twitch and not YouTube is like.
Yeah. Well, because this is streaming to both places simultaneously. Is it from the Twitch? Yes, it is.
Well, I tend to prioritize YouTube whenever I'm running things.
Yeah. Well, it's just because StreamYard lets you do both. So for people who are curious, like you can see the little logo, right? There's YouTube.
Yeah.
And then she's got, so if I'm a gamer, so what if I'm a gamer and watch Twitch instead? Rip Beer, just be happy. That's all. Twitch does have a bot problem.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that men's favorite thing to do is to just double down.
Yeah. Wait. What's the thing from Asimov? The is it Three Laws of Robotics?
Mm-hmm.
Right, where you're like, okay, yeah, a robot may not injure a human being or through an action allow a human being from come to harm, all that stuff. Twitch does have a bot problem. Does she know GFA? Let her vibe bot or not? I don't know. It's nice so far. I'm having a good time.
Why do we keep bringing this up?
I don't know, but it makes me laugh.
Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah. So when you come down in March for Pasadena, and then also you have more than one option for bedding for once.
Right, your dog bed.
Well, there's the dog bed off screen here. Here, I don't know if it's this thing, which looks tiny, but it can fit me. I'm 6 foot, comfortably. Then there's like our couch in the living room is a pull-out couch, and then of course there's this couch behind me, which you slept on before. Can confirm, not a bot. Here for the vibes. Vespin coming in class. Is Matt going to BCS Philly?
I am not, because
We're making a very strong assumption that he plays Vanguard.
yeah, I do not own Vanguard cards of recent.
Yeah,
So.
and for people wondering why is he still here? You're a Vanguard show. Well, he's our friend. First off, A, B, he's played it long enough to have that expertise. C, he's our friend, and D, he's smart.
This stream isn't a Vanguard stream anymore.
Okay,
Shut
well, okay, it's like this. It's like this. I also just don't have the locals for those kind of things. So
Yeah,
I could play Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic. Those are my choices.
yeah. Now we could always do the Jared thing, send you a deck in the mail, and be like, "Here, go to BCS."
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have. That's like a lot of effort, though.
That is, and it would be a lot of effort for like just a bit. You know?
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
who is that for?
I also just don't have the time to go to Philly, really.
I'm here though for real. What's the stream about? So we used to be a podcast about the Card Fight Vanguard trading card game. Now we just stream on Friday nights. Most of the time we play or talk about Vanguard. Sometimes we don't. So yeah.
All right, now to turn away any new potential viewers, let's actually talk about Vanguard. Because
I actually do not live in Maryland anymore. No, I live in Virginia now.
Oh,
I'm in
that's right. You
Virginia.
moved.
Yeah. And
Unrelated to that time your house burnt down.
Somehow.
For once, yeah. I just wrote a letter of rec for a student who I had last year, and she had a house fire too. This year, I have her for a different class, and during an assignment, a bunch of kids used AI, and for some reason, with the prompt I was giving, AI spat out something about a house fire, and she actually talked about the house fire. I'm like, you're lucky that I knew this beforehand, because otherwise the alarm bells would have been going off in my head when I saw a house fire.
Yeah. Yeah, we have like 2 weeks worth of new cards to catch up on because you guys didn't stream last week.
That's true. I was in a bad mood. You weren't here.
Yeah, what was the story behind that, by the way?
Okay, so because of Thanksgiving break, my ICAP class, which is this class I have to take for my credential, doubled up on sessions. So leading into this week, I had like double the assignments, double the classes that I was then going to be attending, and I was just not in the fucking mood. So
I see.
I was like, got to get these done before I go into the weekend, because otherwise I'm not going to get it done in time. And yeah. Oh, I only know about Pokemon cards. Well, that's all cool. Hang out with us anyway. That's crazy, Matt. Do you believe that things happen for a reason?
This was just random stuff. We got hit by it was a storm that day. We got hit by lightning, caused fire in the top floor apartment. Was it?
The reason? Very bad luck.
The reason? I don't know. I quit card games
us.
I just quit a lot of card games because of it, because I no longer owned any cards. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Just cut your losses at that point.
Got away just in time before Magic the Gathering went down the toilet.
Oh my god! So I was told recently that they had a limited format where they put an infinite combo in it on purpose.
Are you serious?
And so I said, okay. So I'm like, it's like a master set, right? Where like they're already, so it's like doesn't interfere with like any like, you know, standard format or whatever. It would be really absurd to have like an infinite combo that's going to be in your standard for 5 years, right? Right.
Right. And then
it was. And I'm like, what the hell, man?
What does this infinite combo result in? Infinite mana, a bunch of power, OTK?
I didn't ask anymore. I trust the person's very good at card games, so I no reason to think that she would be lying to me. So like I'm just sitting here
Very
like,
nice.
what the heck is Wizards doing? But like Magic is basically just not the same game to me anymore, and I just don't care.
You don't want to play the One Ring?
No, that card is dumb as well. It's funny because when you show people that card, the more times they read it, the dumber it gets.
And I'm
They're like,
pulling
oh,
this
it
up.
also does that. Sure, my fault.
I know. The One Ring. So they made like a Lord of the Rings tie-in.
Yeah, which is all. So Magic the Gathering is already kind of like fake ass Lord of the Rings.
Well, yeah, of course.
And then they kind of like when they put literal Lord of the Rings in there, it like cheapens the whole thing.
Because it's like putting a hat on a hat. It's like showing that
yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
why are we doing this?
yeah. Okay, so what? It's an artifact, so it's like what the equivalent of a continuous spell in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. When the One Ring enters, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn.
Yes. So until your next turn, that means through your opponent's turn and back to you.
Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each burden counter on the One Ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can tap it, so like rest it, like in Vanguard, put 1 burden counter on the One Ring, then draw a card for each burden counter on the One Ring.
Yes.
They
So
made it thematically consistent, at
So
least.
here's what happens with the One Ring, right?
Yeah,
So you cast it for 4 mana.
yeah.
You are immune to everything through your opponent's turn. They can't even them attacking you does nothing. Okay.
Okay.
Then you tap it, you add a burning counter, draw a card. You go to your next turn. You lose 1 life because of the burden counter. You tap it, put a second burden counter, draw 2 cards.
Okay, and then do stuff, and then your opponent can't do anything.
Why is my
No.
camera so
Well, they could
low?
now, right? Because you lost a protection. But you can also, like, if you find another One Ring, you can just, because it's legendary,
This sounds like Mystic Mind with more
you can
stacks.
just cast another one.
Yeah.
It's so freaking dumb.
What?
And like, even so, at that point, you've probably seen a card to deal with whatever your opponent's doing. Like, even if you don't have another one, right? You've probably seen a card to deal with what your opponent's doing. And the next turn, you're going to lose 2 life to One Ring, tap it, draw 3 cards. And you've paid 3 life, and you've drawn 6 cards.
That's a lot for Magic.
It's insane.
Yeah.
For 4 mana.
Yeah.
For 4 mana. And if for some reason you get another turn with it, you tap and draw 4. You've lost 6 life for 10 cards. Still a great rate, as long as you're not dying.
I wonder what other like properties you could shoehorn. I'm saying this knowing that Weiss Schwartz exists. What am I talking about?
Also, like Magic the Gathering has just become that.
Oh, what, they just like shoehorn in?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun and stupid. Like, okay, just as a writer, it makes sense the way the card works. But yes, the more I read it, the dumber it gets. Which, yeah, the more you wear it, the dumber it gets.
Anyways, new Vanguard cards.
Sure. Wanna?
Yeah.
For the MTG is looking like the next Weiss. I mean, like, yeah. All right.
All right, we have like 2 weeks worth of cards to catch up on.
Okay, so how about this new-ish cards? PogChamp?
Ooh.
Glory, glory, glory. Yeah, we'll get there. Trust me.
Anyways, last week we got new Graham Grace and Favre Neal.
Okay. I'll do the Graham Grace because I have Graham Grace. Now if only I can remember where this thing is. I'm like scrolling up. Where did it end? What day is that?
I mean, it's showing on screen.
I can't read it with like how compressed the image is. Okay, I found Favre Neal. Okay, here's Graham Grace. All right, so Sword, Saint, Knight, Dragon Emperor, Graham Grace, Sage. Continuous on Van, your Persona Ride also increases the power of your backer units, so much like the old one. And then act once per turn, Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your back row center rear guards. It gets continuous. This unit can attack from back row, and it gets plus 10k until end of turn. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, Energy Blast 3, that unit and this unit get plus 1 crit until end of turn. And then at the end of the battle that your back row rear guard attacked, put that into Soul. If you put a card into Soul, draw a card at the end of the turn. So the one downside that I can see, well, one, it's cheaper for a cost, so that's good. But downside is you need something already there. One of the upsides of Graham Grace was you can you draw and then call something. So if your hand is that empty, you can at least try and fish for something. I'm just trying to be fair and balanced here, but otherwise this is a strict upgrade.
Yeah. I mean, I think like Graham Grace as a deck probably still isn't good enough, but this is an
No,
upgrade
it's
to
not.
it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Congratulations, you now have more counterblast to pay the Keter pile.
Yeah,
I sure hope you have the Keter pile.
I do. And undercover. So, cool. Comment section, if you have things to say about these, please. Would love to riff on it.
Yeah. Like, I really have nothing to riff on for Graham Grace. It looks... like, I thought it looked okay, and then I tried playtesting it, and it was shit.
Oh, well, Graham Grace was shit anyway, so it's like,
Yeah.
it
Well,
is better.
That's the thing, it's like 90% the same card, right? It just has an extra crit now.
Yep, and uses
like-
energy instead of counterblasting, which
is
like
fine.
yeah. Well, the upside is that you can use more cards that counterblast, which
Mhm.
you know, like you said, cater pile.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Graham Grace ends up, like, if it does become playable, like, ends up in the same place as like Alden right now,
Probably, that makes sense.
where it's like it will get like a top, and then you'll like never see it again.
Yeah, and then like people who want to pick up the deck just look up that topping list on Fuzzy's page and are just like, anything. I need something I can use. It's like a
Yeah.
12-person regional or something.
Yeah. Or it'll be like 16th place exactly.
Look,
Anyways.
I heart jank. That is my creed as a player. Graham Grace looks all right, but it's not my speed. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty on brand.
Yeah, like Graham Grace looks okay. Anyways,
You know what's not okay? Faverneal Rheingold. So if your opponent's Great Theory Greater and you have the original Faverneal in your soul, all of your front row gets 10k and this unit gets a crit. At the beginning of your main phase, choose a card from your drop zone, put it into your soul, and then retire one of your opponent's rear guards. And then it has the same thing where if you have the sum of grades in your soul is 13 or more, you can counterblast 2, or put a card with Faverneal in its card name from hand to soul to stand it, and it gets drive -1. And then at the end of your turn, if you have the original Faverneal, you can ride this from your soul as rest.
Okay.
I mean, this is like 90% the same card. It gives power to the front row, but like Faverneal sucks and this doesn't change anything.
I hate when the problem of a deck is its infrastructure and not the card itself.
Yeah.
And they don't do with the infrastructure. They're just like, just a new version. You're like, well,
Yeah, the problem with Faverneal is like compared to Graham Grace, which can just be carried by the Keter pile, Dark States doesn't have good enough generics for that.
no Dark States pile for you.
Or at least not one that like synergizes with also needing 13 grades in your soul.
Right.
But yeah, this is like 90. Like you have better numbers because your front row gets 10k now instead of just him. But like, I think all of the fundamental problems of the deck are still there, and this is a card that will only come active turn 4 because the original Faverneal had the gimmick where you can only play the one copy. So it's not like you can draw into the original Faverneal to put it into your soul because you only have one.
And you liked this deck, right?
I mean, I like the deck as a meme. I don't like it very much because
Well,
it sucks.
Okay. Far be it from me to make fun of someone for liking something as a meme, but like, have a little earnestness in your life. Undercover is jank as hell, but I love that thing.
Yeah, but like, this deck isn't fun enough for that. Like,
Okay.
because he's a boring ass restander when he does work, but the deck is like, okay, you restood your Vanguard, you have no counterblast, and like 4 cards in your hand.
Mm-hmm. And then you just fucking die.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Anyways, a lot of card of the days don't matter.
Oh god, that's right. They just gave like orders to everything.
I like how they made Sisyllus, like you scrolled past it a little bit. It's like a non-consequential comment, but it looks like Sisyllus from Royal Paladin,
Yeah.
pretty much, the stride fodder. It's a very strange card. Like, on attack, it's X door based on its critical. It's very neat.
Yeah. Because it was like
4 Graham Grace, I guess.
Of course. But, like, I'm going to try this in Alt Mile. It's going to be fun, I think.
Yeah. All right. So the Thursday stream that week gave us our new support for all of the glitter decks. Only Rora gets a new form though. The rest of them just get orders.
I played again. Okay, a guy at my locals proxy said Rorua and played and like fucking wiped the floor with my ass. So it's pretty good.
Is it? I thought it was mid as fuck. Anyways, so Temptations of the Beginning, the one for Chaos. So play it if you have Vanguard with its Blitz order, and then if you have 13 or more different names, you can play it from your soul instead. You choose one of your units being attacked against 15k, and then it has an other ability, Continuous, when it will be revealed from the deck or put into your soul from the deck by Chaos, then it's treated as a normal unit.
I don't really hate that. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
Seems like,
Like Chaos is a deck that like just kind of kills you out of nowhere, so having some defensive utility for the deck is nice.
Yeah, and having it count toward your name count is cool.
Yeah. Let's see. We have Memories of Aoyuki, which is for Tamayura.
Hey, you like
So play it if you have Tamayura. Look at put it into your soul. Look at the top 7 cards. Choose something without Sentinel with either one of the doll names or Stealth, and put it into your hand. And then if your Vanguard is Great 3 or greater, you enter Blast 3. Bind this card. Choose a Fox Art with a different name and put it into your hand.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah.
Why am I so surprised by that?
Like, this seems really good. Like,
It is.
It's a strong searcher. It's a grade 1 card, so you can use it right away. It helps you like search for your pieces, and then you can cycle it into a different like Fox Art card, which is nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Past of Captivity. So this is the Eva order. So play it if you have an Eva. When your glitter is placed on either Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you can just give it 5k. And then act, you can Soul Blast 1, rest it, choose a glitter from your drop, put it on the bottom of your deck.
I think I would have to consult Richard with this one. Richard, for some reason, is like on an Eva tear. Every time I see play him in Standard, he's like, "I love this deck so much." And I'm like, "Calm the fuck down."
Based on what different fight has. This card seems crazy. Like, obviously, just giving Obscudide more power is something you could always use.
Yeah.
And then being able to cycle a glitter back into your deck means that, like, since you're still playing the like cross ride versions, like you can just cycle back one of the cross rides and ride it again.
Yeah, I wonder, like, because you play, like not full play sets of your or set orders. So I'm wondering how this slots in. Is it like a 2 of, a 1 of, 3 of?
Good question. I'm not 100% sure, but the fact that it's like a free 5k boost and puts like Obscudide into like good numbers.
Yeah, it replaces second Dell. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then there was also that like there was like a random grade 1 you had to play that was like unsearchable that lets you cycle cards back. So instead of doing that, you can just use this instead.
Oh, good. All right. Awesome. This order, okay, this is the thing that really like caught my eye. And it looks innocuous, but watch. You played the deck.
Yeah. So, like, you search top 7, put it into your soul, grab a glitter. So, this lets you grab a lot of things because Rora plays, like, the most amount of glitters. So, it can grab you a Persona Ride, it can grab any version of Radalina, it can grab the new Momoke, which we'll get to. Like, it's a strong card. That being said, like, Rora is constantly fighting for deck space. There's just, like, so much shit you have to put into that deck.
Ava order, I almost hate how good it is for the deck. Different Fight was definitely combo gushing on stream, and it's looking crazy. Well, that's good. Here,
The other thing is that this card is flexible because the other one, like to give something 5k, you have to rest it as an act
Yes.
ability.
yeah,
So like it messes up like your ability. It messes up your ability to be like flexible. So the fact that you can like hold this until later means you can just choose the best time to get power.
mhm.
But yeah,
Here,
I don't know. Like when I was playing this card, I'm like, I want to be playing other things though. Like, what if I just decide that I'm going to draw the combo pieces I need?
The fuck are you talking about? What if I just decide to?
Yeah,
Yeah, just do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
like-
go ahead.
like,
See how that works
as-
out.
yeah. As a deck building decision, like you know what? I am simply going to draw my combo pieces.
I'm never gonna draw my over trigger as part of my draw phase. Never, ever.
Yeah, exactly.
wouldn't.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like
Still,
I
a
haven't
shit.
I
Bold
haven't
assumption.
figured out Aurora build for the new one, but like the first one I tested, I was like, I don't know. Every time because you also have the other set order that gives all of your tokens power, and that card is still good.
Yeah, it is.
So it's like, okay, well, you're having to like fight for which order you're using at any given time. You're also fighting for a lot of deck space, so
Right.
like I have simply decided that I will find my combo pieces.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay.
Yeah.
right.
And then finally, encouragement from the past. So play
I'll
if
do
you
this
have
one.
Vanguard with the Grea. Counter Blast 1, look at the top 7 cards, choose a unit card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, call it. And then the other ability is like Act, Energy Blast 3, remove it, choose a unit with the Grea in your bind zone. So this lets you cycle the like other form.
Right. And put it into your hand. So it seems that based off of these last few orders, we're starting to get orders that have effects both when played or, in order zone, if they're set orders, and afterward.
Yeah, we've had those for a while.
But we're starting to see it more as like a ubiquitous thing.
Are we though? Because like mostly has been like special cases, either like the Mask or the other Eva order.
Different fight bias. Okay. So the Tamahiro one, the
Like in this case, it's
Chaos
because
one.
like in this case, all of them have second abilities except for the Roro one because of the like glitters.
Yeah, it goes into your soul, I guess, is the other, right? Which because you want the soul. But
Like right now, this feels like a special case scenario where it's like, okay, well, these are all the double R supports for all the glitters, so we're making them more impactful than the standard order.
yeah, but I think like at a certain point you just started getting there where you just like, oh, it's gotta when you play the effect and then like except the turn you played it, banish it and do a thing or whatever.
I guess like the Regalis pieces also kind of do it.
A little bit. Some
of the
Ed
okay,
has
well, like
a good
Twin
point.
Cast.
Yeah, Twin Cast was a great example.
Yeah.
But I think that's interesting, design space wise, and
It is.
let's hope it's not something broken.
Yeah. Just right now, it feels like they're only doing it in like special cases.
It is the glitters. They're the
Yep. Anyway, new Momoke. So, he grew up. He's a grade 2 now. So it can't be called to Rearguard Circle other than by its own ability, and it's also treated as a token unit. If your Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, retire a grade 0 Momoke token. Call this card to Rearguard Circle from hand or drop. When it's placed on Rearguard Circle during your turn, retire one of your other Rearguards, choose one of your opponent's Rearguards and retire it. And then if you have a glitter with Rora in its name, you can if you have a unit with Radalina in the same column and you don't have another Momoke, it can attack from the back row, and if your opponent's grade 3 or greater, it gets 10k.
That's pretty
This
good.
Yeah, this card is fine. So the thing it helps is that you don't have to like retire as much of your own cards anymore.
Right.
It like changes the direction of Rora as a deck, where previously you were using your tokens as a way to like fuel the Momoke. Now it just kind of has like power built into itself.
Yeah. it seems like with the new Aurora, we'll get to that in a bit. It's using your tokens as like defensive
Yeah.
uses.
I mean, the new Aurora feels like a deck centered around the new Aurora feels like a mid-range deck where you're doing a little bit of everything.
That is kind of how it shook out, and this is over a best 2 of 3. Although the guy that I was playing against, he would use the word delete when he meant retire.
Mm-hmm.
And like, about 3/4 of the way through the game, I had to stop it. I'm like, look, you got to stop using the word delete.
Because that's an actual mechanic.
Because that's something else. He's like, what? And I'm like, how long have you been playing Vanguard? He's like, about a year. I'm like, okay. So there's this thing called, and then I had to explain to him what clans were and what deleting was. And it kind of felt like explaining what a landline is to a 12-year-old. I was just like, I feel so old doing this. I was like, I'm like an old head at Vanguard. He's like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So he quit using it to his credit, but I was just like, I'm not mad at you, but just when I hear delete, something different happens in my brain.
Yeah. So, new Aurora. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, all of your tokens get 5k, and when your Vanguard is attacked, you can retire it, and your Vanguard gets 5k until end of battle. So, So, aside from the extra boost to your token, the second part is pretty similar to the original.
Yeah.
And then you Energy Blast 3, draw a card, call 2 plant tokens to Rearguard Circle, or up to 2. And then, as an act, you can choose a glitter from Rearguard or Soul, bottom deck it, and perform one of the following. If it was Aurora, choose one of your opponent's Rearguard and bottom deck it. If it was a Radalina, choose a unit card with 1 grade less than it and call it to Rearguard Circle. And if you search your deck, shuffle your deck.
I like it.
Yeah, it seems fun. Like, it's funny because, like, I think as a whole the deck is like pretty mid. Like, maybe I don't have the right build yet, but it seems only okay. Like, it has a little bit of draw power. It has some defensive utility from the tokens. Like, Momoke can become 25k alongside this, so you need to find the other 5k to get it to a good number. Like, everything about it just screams fine.
Yeah. Like, I only had one match with the guy.
Yeah.
So I never really, like, I need to play more games, but from what I saw, it seemed good. Like,
see, if you could ever get Cardfight Area working, we could play more games.
Shut up. That reminds me of people that call PGs Nullify. I'm like, okay, buddy, fight player. I believe they started calling them Nullifies later. Or like the action of using a PG was called like Nullify, and then it's the dude with the big shield, Pow, or whatever. I blame the dub for that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking of.
See, I never watched the dub, so
Gotcha.
it's just funny because Perfect Guard is a thing from the anime in the first place.
That's
like,
true.
nothing in the actual game ever refers to it as a Perfect Guard, I don't believe.
There's this guy I watch on YouTube that talks about like etymology and like the how words mutate and become new and stuff. I would love to see him just talk. Like he's got the most annoying voice in the world, and I want to punch him in the face. But he has interesting things to say, and I'm like, I want to hear him talk about TCG terms. Like we all know what the phrase P or the letters PG mean because we play Vanguard, but a Magic player wouldn't know that necessarily. I was confused about Perfect Guard. I think I watched the same guy. Does he have glasses and have kind of like a snivelly voice to him?
Are you talking about Alex Simo?
No. Oh, I know him. Yeah, Zara knows what I'm talking about. It's like etymology nerd or etymology something. Yes. Yeah. He's got cool things to say, but he drives me up a freaking tree. It's a very interesting place to be. Okay. Fire Regalis, the normal order. So it's a Regalis piece, and then it's got no ability. Other abilities are you cannot play this card continuously. Playing the below abilities does not account toward your 1 order per turn, as it is not an order ability. That's interesting. Yeah. And then the other part is act, hand, or drop from cost. You remove this card. Check top 5, choose up to 1 card from among them and reveal it. If you did not reveal a card, shuffle and draw. If you revealed the card, perform one of the following. If the revealed card is a glitter, put it into your hand. If the revealed card is grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, call it to rear.
this one is strange.
Yeah.
But so this is just like a blank spot in your deck, right?
Yeah. Like the fact that you what's the best way to describe this? Because you're not it doesn't count toward the Regalis piece thing. It's the
No,
other ability, does it?
No,
Or-
well, it counts as a Regalis piece, so you can still only have the one, but like
Okay.
it doesn't count as playing in order. So if you're like playing an order-based deck, you can use this alongside whatever other order you were going to play that turn.
Okay.
But it's one of those cards where it's like, okay, the only ability it has is to become another card. It like doesn't count as playing in order. So
I love
assume
that it
what-
sorry,
Mhm.
go ahead.
like I assume what's going to happen is you're going to draw it for turn, you're going to discard it for your ride line because it's free, and then you're just going to like whenever you feel like it, just remove it and it becomes another card.
Huh. You know, for a card that was paid lip service to for so long, and we
Mhm.
finally get it, I'm somewhat underwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's not a bad card at all.
Yeah, it's not a bad card. It's just weird.
Yes.
Like this was the big MacGuffin for the lore story for a
It
long
seeks
time.
the Fire Regalis, and then it's just like, I don't know, call somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
like literally, this is just like you are playing. This card just reads you are playing a 49 card deck.
I guess so. I love the flexibility of this card. Like, okay, so for example, Undercover. You have to be playing the Monitored Tryst every turn that you can. So you don't really play any other orders. You could easily slot this in if you wanted
Yeah.
to, just for a free check top 5 call something. Not that you would need to, but it's neat.
Mhm.
I think it's kind of cool, even if it's a MacGuffin that turns out to be nothing. Which
I mean, this is one of those like you buy one, and then if you ever find yourself needing a 50th card, just put this in there.
sure, yeah. I hope this doesn't get too expensive. I imagine. I don't
We'll
know.
see. It kind of depends because I could easily see this not being played.
Yeah, same. Maybe it's just like how good are glitter decks, and then
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't even need to be a glitter because you can just call something grade less than or equal to your Vanguard.
that's true. But I'm saying like the extra flexibility of I can search my Persona ride for the next turn.
Yeah.
And then if knowing my luck, I would search it and then on my twin drive get 2 more, and then I have 3 in my hand. Yay. That's been a thing with me since standard. Like I'll just have all of the Persona rides together for
Give
some
me
reason.
some of yours.
It's a very strange curse to have. He's a self-aware autistic dude. I respect his game. I do too, but I also want to punch him in the face. That's all.
Yeah. All right. And now for this week's new cards.
Okay.
Okay, so first up, we have new front triggers. They have 0 power and only 15k shield, and after being retired from Guard Circle, they go into Soul.
Okay.
This fucking sucks, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know
I
how to
can't-
feel about it.
I can't think of enough decks that need Soul that badly that they would give up the 5k extra shield. Also, they have like 0 power, which is like why? Like
Go
that's just
into
a complete
Soul.
like non-thing. Like why do they have 0 power?
Matt, do you remember old triggers where they were like, after you retire this from Guard Circle, put it into Soul?
Yeah,
Like that was just a thing.
yeah. Rock the wall. I know it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
We had so many like
Yeah.
goofy ass triggers in old Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know rock the wall.
Rock the wall, baby. It's a shame.
I only know the DI one actually.
Yeah, no, but a lot of decks did have this. They were grade zeros that you would just use for
Right.
soul.
Remember when triggers were forerunners for no reason?
True. But they went back in deck if they were triggers.
Yeah.
Like Battle
Yeah.
Riser or Lozenge Magus, or there's another one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Lozenge Magus and then
Battle
was it
Riser.
Battle Riser. Yeah, but that was the same
Those
trigger.
there might have been another one, but there's only 2 I remember.
There might have been more, but those are the 2 everyone remembers.
I think because they were either something that you always need, a heal trigger, or Battle Riser was specifically part of like the Riser
Yeah.
stuff. So
Well, also you just didn't have any other options.
yeah, early. Okay, they gave a Silhouette Man support, which did we overshoot it? Oh yeah, that's.
Don't fucking care.
I don't fucking care. Yeah, that guy. So Wolf of Genius, when it's placed on rear, Soul Blast 2, choose an armed arms from your drop, put it in your hand. If you do, gets plus 5k, and then rear guard cost, retire him. Choose a machineries factory from your drop and place it in your order zone. You don't fucking need this at all. The deck does its thing otherwise. Like, not needed. Thanks.
Yeah.
Too many grade ones that like want to do stuff. No, pass.
All right, cool. Can we get back to cards people actually care about now?
Shut up and yes.
So we have Tier Knight Alacrinus.
Ilacrinus.
Yeah,
Ilacrinus,
Ilacrinus. There
yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
So it's an Aqua Force card. I don't know why they don't just make it an Aqua Force, but it has the ability that it is an Aqua Force. When it's placed on Rearguard Circle, if your Vanguard is only Aqua Force, look at the top 7 cards, choose one card with Maelstrom or a Blue Storm Armada card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle. If you reveal a card, put a card from your hand into Soul or discard it. And then at the end of the battle, it attacks. If you have a Grade 3 rear Vanguard with Maelstrom in its name, Counterblast 1, choose one of your rear guards, swap that position, or swap units. Or
This
swap
thing
positions.
is so great. And like I know we're gonna get into the deck on the whole in a second, but like this card is great.
Yeah. You know, unless you're me and you just whiff it every time.
Whiff it good. That's one of the things I do miss about Aqua Force as a clan in premium now, and then also like modern Aqua Force cards after a certain point, was they really kind of abandoned the position swapping thing for the most part.
Yeah.
It just kind of became Nova Grappler Light. That's not to say they completely got rid of it, case in point, but it made the clan feel unique, the swapping.
Yeah. Next up, we have Dancing Cutlass. If you have a Vanguard with only one clan and no G zone, then you could, when it's discarded from your hand during ride or main phase, you enter blast through your draw. And then act and drop, you can remove 2 of them to countercharge 1. Kind of fucked up that you can't play the Grand Blue card in Grand Blue.
Because your G zone has to have no cards. You are correct.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's very
That's funny.
ironic. I love that. Wow. Okay, wait. So you can use this with Maelstrom?
You can play this card in Aqua Force, but not Grand
Yeah.
Blue currently.
I'm trying to think. There's no other like encounter line that.
No,
No.
it's
okay.
just Night Rose.
Just not. So fucking funny. Okay. I love Storm Riders. Me too. They're cool.
Yeah.
There's the rest
And
of the front
card is
triggers.
good. Like
Yeah.
it's an additional cycler for, you know, specifically encounter decks, and then it's also a counter charge, which is nice.
Now, if they make a big belly encounter deck that
Mhm.
doesn't have a G zone, fuck yeah, throw Dancing Cutlass in there. Let's do it.
Yeah.
My head hurts. Sorry, Zaru.
Yeah. More of the front triggers, which probably no one will play. And then Blue
Rock the
Storm
wall.
Supreme Dragon, Glory Maelstrom. So during your turn, if your rearguard or soul has the original Maelstrom, this unit copies all of its act abilities, and all of your front row get power plus 5,000 for each Blue Storm Armada card. I don't like having to actually play Storm of Judgment. When your Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom attacks a Vanguard until end of turn, that unit gets power plus 5,000, and then if it's the 4th battle of the turn or more, draw a card, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and retire it. And then when your unit with Maelstrom in this card, name any unit, rest 2 Blue Storm Armadas, and your opponent can't call Sentinels.
Huh. So wait, how are you just supposed to play full play sets of both?
Yes.
Oh God, why? Hamstay for standard. God, don't bring that evil on me, please. Yeah. So I hate this. I hate it a lot. I know you talked about it on Blue Sky at Nexus at Night on Blue Sky, by the way.
I didn't post. I posted on. I just posted it in our chat, and then I posted on the website that we will be getting off eventually.
Yeah. So
When more of Vanguard Twitter moves over.
I think the idea here is like close the Twitter at the end of 2024. We already have the Blue Sky account set up, so if you want to go follow us over there, please do. But Maelstrom is now the Inlet Pulse.
Yeah, basically.
Oh
Yeah.
man, Maelstrom doesn't get you draws though. What's the point? You need the
does.
name.
Yeah.
So wait, what's the verdict here? This sucks, doesn't it?
I mean, what
Ow.
the deck will just roll you sometimes. Like if you let them make it to turn 4 and they get 2 armadas into the order zone, like then they're just gonna make like 6 attacks that are all 30k.
Oh,
Like,
well, shit.
and I think like the first draft build that I made, I'm just focusing on position swapping, but you can still just play Tidal Assault as a restander.
Okay.
Because like the act ability is 2 attacks. Like this other guy is an additional 2 attacks. If you're still playing like Wheel Assault, that can be another swap. And then you still have your Vanguard attack. So yeah, like this deck can, I believe, can just make like 6 attacks that are all 30k. So like if they can high roll you, they will probably win. The problem is like getting there.
This just sounds like Magnolia.
Like in my
All of that.
yeah, like all of my test hands are like, I didn't find Maelstrom. I couldn't get the Maelstrom into Soul. I drew every copy of Storm of Judgment.
And then
And
just...
like died turn 3.
Well,
So
shit.
yeah. I need to think more about the build, but like this is one of those decks that will either it will win the game or it won't. Which I understand is a completely like useless thing to say, but you get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like some decks you have a compelling back and forth with, and some decks are just like, no, either they win immediately or they die.
Yeah.
And
It
so
still
that's
sounds
what
like Magnolia. Like,
yeah. So that's what Glory Maelstrom feels like, which sure.
okay.
Yeah.
And I hate that we have like something so interesting, and then we got to move on to like, all right, if you have a dragon tree on your rear guard, and
Yeah.
when you retire, it's rock the wall. It's fun. It's back to rock the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And finally, we have more stride support. So first we have Glimmer Breath Dragon. So
Cool.
when it's placed, if you have Chronojet Crest, you can counterblast 1, draw a card. If your Vanguard's greater through your graveyard, gets 5k, drink. And then GB3, when it attacks, it gets 10k until end of turn, or end of that battle. And then we have Interdimensional Dragon, Chronos Command Dragon.
Oh,
So
here we go.
GB3, counterblast 1, your opponent bottom decks all of their rear guards, and then you choose one of your rear guards, it gets the red text. At the end of the battle that attacks, put it to the bottom of your deck, search your deck for 1 unit with grade +1, call it to rear guard circle, and it gets power +5,000 for each Chronos command face up in your G zone.
What happens to bottom decking the opponent's whole field on hit? What happened then?
I mean,
Wait.
didn't Chronos Command Revolution already bottom deck the whole
Yes.
field without?
Yes, that was the original Chronos command that I was referring to, though.
Yeah,
It will
I know.
either win handily or lose horribly. That's everything. I love it. Not gonna lie, it's nice. Sorry, I keep getting distracted.
Yeah.
Nice. I think it's good.
Yeah. I feel this about this card the same way I feel about like Steeped in Sin Sharhat, where it's like being GB3 for a board wipe feels a little bit slow. It's like probably not doing enough to completely like revolutionize the deck. It's just one of those like tempo plays where you're probably not going to win that turn, but you want to like cripple your opponent's board, so you go into this.
Okay.
Like,
yeah. Some
I don't
decks,
think-
it'll just kneecap them, depending
Yeah.
on what you're playing against.
Like, I don't think this is a bad card. I just don't think it's an amazing one either.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine that like Transel's Messiah is going to be very similar.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. The I don't know. I think just because of what Chronos Command Dragon was to early G, I had this image of it in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not that, but that's a good thing, if that makes sense.
I mean, this is basically the original Chronos command with Time Leap tacked onto it.
Yes, correct. But it doesn't feel as consequential as a full board wipe did in early G before G guards.
See, I think if you could use this for a stride, it would feel very strong.
Yes. Yes,
But,
it
like-
would, definitely.
But because it's GB3, it's just like, all right, this is fine. Yeah. And yes, like putting the red text on upstream means you can like upstream effect, put it to the bottom of the deck, grab a grade 1, and then you do the time leap because the condition of bottom decking the unit is not a cost.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but that is the same as just like Mellum shenanigans.
Mhm. Apparently, putting red text on upstream means you get 2 cards for 1, assuming you result. I believe you could do similar fuckery in G, right?
Yeah, you could do that. You
Yeah.
could do the same thing with Mellum, where it's like you time leap the Mellum, and then you can resolve the Mellum effect to call a grade 0.
Yeah. Seems like to exist a certain niche if next stage 1 kill. Yeah, like Ripper was saying.
Yeah.
This is the next thing down isn't like a full reveal, but reprints. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's good that they're reprinting the Stride Dragons.
Yeah, these things were annoyingly expensive and very useful in a variety of decks.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like the ones that are seeing play that like saw play were $30 immediately, and then once we got Stride decks confirmed for the other ones, people bought them out.
Yeah, so like Dark Zone and Stoicheia in particular had a lot
Yeah.
of usage and premium.
Yeah,
Um,
because Dark States could be used for Jet and I think or in Standard could be used for Jet and Jeweled.
yeah, and now for Harry too.
Yeah.
So that's
And
coming
now
out.
Harry. And
Yeah.
then like Shiranui was a top meta deck, so of course the Dragon Empire one got expensive, and then the Stoicheia one became expensive when Night Rose got revealed.
Yep, and then also like the Stoicheia one is just so good in premium too.
Mhm.
Like incredibly good. I can even use that in Aquaforce where you can reveal the grade 4 what's his face Lambros in hand to get the shield. Like the fact that you can do that is so funny. They're also expensive. Yeah. Yeah, hooray for reprints. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then the next week we're getting the Blood.
Awesome. Cool. And the rest of these aren't. There's a
Nothing.
Mythiarch card. There's a Mythiarch card. Do you care about Mythiarch?
I don't care.
Okay. Yeah. Most of it is just kind of whatever. I love that they keep making like vegetable cards.
Yeah, that is pretty fun.
Well, World Carrot Weight Champion.
Yeah, or of like varying degrees of effect. Like the broccoli is busted.
This is
Yeah.
now this is like a Tomatillo.
Yeah. So Tomatillo. Okay. Tomatillo. Energy Blast to arrest it. Choose one of your units. It gets plus 10k. It's not super consequential, but the fact that they keep making them, that's what's funny to me. Also, Bellicosity Dragon, which seems to support non-G Zone Dark DE. It's DE.
Well,
Dragon
yeah,
Empire.
it's the like
Yeah.
yeah, it's the 6K grade 1 retrain. Like we'll see what that does.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I had a question. Do we want to stream on the Friday after Thanksgiving? What are we doing?
I'm probably not doing anything that evening.
I'm not doing shit. Do you want to stream on the Friday after Thanksgiving?
Well, it's nice to know that none of us have lives, but I'm down for it at the moment.
All
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll be here on the Monday after Thanksgiving, 5 pounds the heavier.
Finally, I can play Vampire Survivors.
Yes, we
I was,
can.
I was gonna play Hollow Kira this week, but then we just kept yapping.
We sure did.
That's a good thing when we have chemistry.
I mean, I probably could have just put Hollow Cure on in the background while we were yapping, but
That's true.
Whatever. In any case, thanks everybody for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell your friends. Patreon.com/Nexus at Night if you want to support the show. At Nexus at Night on the soon-to-be collapsing Twitter, and also at Nexus at Night on Blue Sky and Instagram and all that other stuff. where can they find the rest of us?
You can find me on Twitter at Wiggums 2Gs2Zs, and I believe for Blue Sky it's the same name,
Yes.
except with all the Blue Sky stuff after.
Yeah. Just
You can find
like at whatever and it fills it in for you.
yeah,
Which is nice.
you can find me at Plasma Eclipse. I haven't actually made a personal Blue Sky yet.
You can find me at Atlas Novak on Blue Sky. I nuked my Twitter. It's done. Poof.
Dang.
Yep. But same
I'll get
name
there.
there. You can also follow me at Atlas Novak on Instagram or TikTok. I mostly do sketches about what it's like to be about being a teacher and having epilepsy and doing stand-up and all that good stuff. Follow me there. If you want to follow my other podcast, Generation Dan, which we talk about generational differences, with me and Gen Xer Dina, the genetic marvel, the giant who was at my wedding. I kind of wish Matt was there so I could have compared sizes. That would have been interesting.
I'm significantly smaller than I was.
I meant height-wise.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
that tall.
You're not?
I'm 5'11".
Why did I think you were taller than you are? You just
I have
you cast a large.
No idea.
You're just like a big dude. Like, okay, whatever. Anyway,
One question before we go.
Yeah.
So I can only assume that the state of California requires seizure training for their teachers.
yes.
How do you feel when doing that?
For me or for them?
When you're doing the training for
What
yourself.
is your opinion of the training?
Okay. Have you ever what's the best way I can describe this? Have you ever imagine if like we're really good at Vanguard or something and someone else is trying to explain how to play Vanguard to you
Mhm.
and you're just like, I know how all this works already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie had something similar where she had to do like the training for her work.
Yep. As teachers should have to do.
And she just walked in like, I know how to do this, bitch. Let's go.
I just wanted to ask. I thought it would be fun.
Well, because like I led the training for what to do when having a seizure. I'm like, hi, this happens to me a lot. Here's what to do. So yeah, at Atlas Novak everywhere on YouTube. It's the Epileptic Comic, but if you just search me, I'm pretty easy to find. Generation Dan for my other podcast. Follow my lovely wife Katie's baking TikTok at katie.novak, and that's spelled the same way as my last name. Because it turns out we're married, so that's cool.
What the
I
heck?
keep forgetting the K in your last name, and I don't know why.
Most people forget the C. That's the kicker. Because like Kim Novak, the actress, and BJ Novak from The Office spell it Novak, but it's Novack. And then also Katie is spelled Katey instead of the normal way.
Sure.
So Katey, like Katie Seagal, if you've seen Futurama. So thanks everybody for watching. And until next time, I was Atlas.
I'm still not.
I'm Root Beer.
And have a good night, everybody.